Once again tonight, we've had breaking news in the impeachment investigation. ABC News, the first one. That conquer the globe.
Humans have a peculiar shape. No other animal has anything even approaching.
How we got in the shape we're in.
Welcome to Everyday Talk with Frank. My name is Franklin. Today I have a wonderful person. Her name is Sarah Vilenzia. Sarah Vilenzia, how you doing?
I'm good.
You're welcome to Everyday Talk with Frank. Actually, this is your first time on the show, right?
Yeah.
Good. We have been having series of rumors that Nigerians look like Kenyans and Kenyans look like Nigerians. But actually, it is not only between these two similar countries. We also have resemblance all the way in the whole African countries, like we had all the way from Ghana, I think so. What do you think?
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah, so what do you think when it comes to resemblance and all the way in African countries? How do you think the two or three countries has to be linked together or connected, or what do you have to say about it?
So mostly I think about the culture. I think about the rules and regulation of the societies, and the marriages, the death ceremonies, how they carry out, and even the body physics of all these countries, East Africans and West Africans, is so much similar, You can't even differentiate. And mostly to include even the South Africans.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, me, I didn't even know that. The only thing I knew that we have similarities when it comes to between Ghana and Nigeria, because our bodies are kind of like close together. But when I came to United States, I have some people tell me that I look like Kenyan, and I was like, how is that even possible? Like,
the most funniest part, I heard your name is Ngige, right?
Yes.
It's a Kenyan name to begin with. And I saw another an Igbo girl, her name is Nyambura, which is also a Kenyan name. So this is specifically the Bantus, and they also call like Kikuyus in Kenya. So this is really a shock for me. And I met a Liberian. She was called Nyanchama, something like that. And this is a Kenyan name too. So when you keep on walking and meeting different people, I also met another guy, actually, a Ghanaian, who was like a Kenyan name. And I just realized, we share a lot. We share a lot in common. It's only that we don't know.
Yeah, that's practically true. Like, but behind all these facts, behind all these rumors, it has been so hard for us to justify that it's really true, because there are so many rumors. Like, I've had my great grandfather told me that during the war, after the war, that people that were moved to a different countries, or due to they were running for war, they settled in a different part of the country, and they became part of those countries. But it has been really hard for us to say that these people are actually from this country, or they are actually from this particular tribe. But guess what? Through the new age of technology that we have now, we have something they call DNA history, and so many people have been utilizing it. And today we have a person here on this live show that really utilized this DNA thing, and we really want to hear what she has to say about it. So what do you have to say about it?
Okay, I did my DNA test on Ancestry.com some few months ago, and I got the results actually. We show like East African kind of 90%, and West African 7%. Actually, there's Lower Niger Valley, which I'm 7% Asian, and I'm also from North African. Yeah, there's like I spread all over Africa,
All over, but but based on what you have just said, how do you think that you kind of like, because what you have based on what you have just said, it means like it seems like you have like similarities from this country. What do you think contributed to such thing?
So mostly I believe there was a great movement that is never discussed in history. I really don't know, but I feel like there was a great movement that people migrated maybe from South Africa, or maybe from some part. I don't know where we migrated from, but this is a great movement from so from how can I find myself with the same culture a Nigerian as, you know? How do I find myself with the same culture with a South African? If a South African speaks, you know,
Yeah.
I can hear. And for some, you know, for some people like Sudanese people, when they speak, some people from Kenya can hear.
Yeah,
The
that's
Luo
true.
from Kenya. So someone has to explain this, you know, because these similarities are not just a coincidence. I believe there was a great movement, there was a great war, something that we really need to, you know more about ourselves, get together as Africans and really know our history.
Yeah. Based on that, you have these traits from these different countries. Do you think that it has anything to do with biologically, or what do you think?
Okay, I would say everything. When you study psychology and in terms of development, you realize everything affects like your development, biological, psychological, emotional, and even life cycle. You know, where you grow from, you know, from your immediate environment
Yes.
to actually to the government, and everything around you affects your development and how you grow. But it's so funny how a black American
Yes.
would behave here in America who has never been to Africa. It's the same way an African would behave, you know.
Yeah.
We have this culture of, you know, visiting our families and, you know, keeping your family so close. You'll see these people doing it. Black Americans and even Africans do the same thing. And when you go to when you go even to the cities, you'll see them like sitting outside their house, which is something that happens even in Africa.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
just in our blood, you know.
That's true.
It's not even about the environment. Explain, because you find so many similarities.
Yes.
You see, like people from Congo, they grow beards. People
Yeah.
from Nigeria grow beards, and you see, let's say like the dressing code for some Nigerians is the same with like Tanzania,
Yes.
Congo, Kenya, Uganda. Even though some of the countries don't adapt to this kind of dressing, most of the countries in Africa, they have adapted to this kind of dressing. And even food also to add on that. We eat like the same food. And it's so funny how I'll be eating something, put pepper on my food, like in large amounts, and someone in Nigeria does the same thing.
Yeah.
Someone needs to explain this, you know. Some things are just not just about the environment or
Yeah.
where we were born, but it's more about psychological and emotional, biological, everything combined.
Yes. To the other viewers out there, you have seen really how technology can take us in great places, and how you can utilize this DNA of a thing. What did you use to what kind of like software, or where did you go to do the DNA history?
Oh, this is called ancestry.com. Yeah, you put the link on the bio.
Yeah.
But I had like it's closing down, I don't know, something like that. But no, that's where I went and did my DNA. Actually, I went there because, you know, I couldn't explain some things. I was like confused. When I first saw you
Yeah.
and you tell me about your second name being Gigi,
Yes.
I started raising questions in my head, you know, how are these coincidences, you know, how is this a coincidence? So I started raising questions in my head and I said, no, you know what, Sarah, you're going to do this. You're going to have to do this DNA test. And this is the results now I'm sharing with you.
Yes, yes. No, so you see, it's really a great thing to know where you come from. You can even be from United States of America. You can even from another different country. I've had some Irish people that migrated to United States and they have children, and you know the generation just keeps going. But it's always nice to know where you come from, and these kind of technologies that they like bringing in is what we can use to know actually where we came from. So thank you once again for tuning in, and thank you for watching today. Just remember that we have on stage her name is called Sarah Vilenzia, and she currently have a YouTube channel. I'm gonna put a link to the description below for you to go watch some of her videos
and subscribe.
Exactly, yeah, that's the nice thing to do to keep flow with the information. Right now you just know that this is actually that is not only that they call it Africa, because Africa is a continent, right?
Yeah.
So, and most of the people think like this is in Africa that is kind of like a continent that is divided. But guess what? It's not really about a division, because each and every people in those countries, they have similarities. Like I have a surname that is called Ngige, and guess what? They also have Ngige in Kenya. So, and these are things that that we don't know how it came about until you go try to find the facts behind it, and which she has already done. And guess what? She has already seen that, oh, you have some traces of being a Nigerian. So, and when you get out there, people will look at you. Even somebody from Nigeria will look at you and say, oh, you look Nigerian. Or I think, have you...
Yeah, that happened like a couple of 2 weeks ago. I think so. I was somewhere and then this lady started talking Igbo to me. And I was like, what? I was just stood there, you know. I didn't know what she was talking. Like, it sounded strange. So she's like, are you not Igbo? I told her, no, I'm not Igbo. Oh, you look so Igbo, you know, even the nose, the structure, your body structure. I'm like, no, I'm Kenyan. And she was shocked. Actually, she was so shocked.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, just as we are saying, it's nice thing to know where you come from. So don't forget, this is Everyday Talk with Frank, and I remain your humble and lovely friend, Franklin. And today on stage, I have Sarah Vilenzia. Stay tuned and have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Again tonight, we've had breaking news in the impeachment investigation. ABC News, the first one.
Conquer the globe. Humans have a peculiar shape no other animal has anything even approaching.